So let's talk about electric fields. And electric fields are vectors, meaning it has a magnitude and a direction. So let's think about the Earth and the Moon. We know that there's a gravitational force between Earth and the Moon, but how does the Moon know that the Earth exists? Or how does the Earth know that the Moon exists? Because they are not touching each other. So this is explained by the existence of something called the gravitational field. Now there are other kinds of fields. So let's say a temperature field in the room you are in right now. So how do we find the temperature field in a room? We can have a thermometer, which is our measuring device. So we take this measuring device and we take it to different parts of your room, and then we can note down the temperature. And then we can do some kind of a diagram or a plot or a graph depending on these numbers. So that will be the temperature field in your room. Let's go back to Coulomb's law. So we had our two charges. Let's say we have a positive charge and a negative charge, and we know that they attract and with the same magnitude of a force. Let's call it F3. We have equal in magnitude and opposite in directions. So how do these charges know about the existence of the other one? And this is what's called the electric field, and this is explained by the electric field. So just like the thermometer, which was our measuring device, we need a measuring device for electric field. And this is called a positive test charge. So the positive test charge is the measuring device of an electric field. So a couple of things is that this is not a proton. The positive test charge is not a proton. And it has a very, very small charge. So tiny charge compared to what we are measuring. So compared to the other charges that we are studying, it has a very, very small charge. And that's because we don't want this positive test charge going into these other charges and changing how they act around each other. So we need something that is so insignificant that it doesn't affect these other charges. So the measuring device is a positive test charge, and it's a little weird because we cannot touch or see these things. Just like remember when we were doing Newton's laws, we could see a spring, we could think about friction, we could think about boxes sliding through ramps. And in electric fields, in Coulomb's laws, these are the things that we cannot visually see. So it's a little weird to think about what is this positive test charge as a measuring device. But it is what it is, and as soon as you embrace this weirdness, you can move on to doing some problems.